Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another beautiful, lovely episode of mine. I'm yours truly, Sprite, and today, yes, you've read the title, and you could probably guess it by now. I'm going to try out Vegemite. I'm going to try out Marmite. We're going to figure out which two is better than what. This is my first time trying both of these products here, and I hadn't realized Marmite was a thing until I had searched up Vegemite, because I've heard of Vegemite many a times. It's an Australian delicacy. It is also in a song Down Under by Men at Work. Very overpopularized song that you will hear whether you want to or not. Eventually in life you will come across that song, and it's not a bad song or anything. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure at this point almost everyone on this planet, I can't say everyone, but almost, has most likely heard of this song somewhere around. This is my palate cleanser, a nice glass of water. But I know a nice glass of water is not going to help me. So there we go, I muted the microphone. I got myself a nice bottle of Coke Cherry, because Coke Cherry is my favorite way to go when you're buying Coke. But drink your water after your soda as a daily reminder to help your teeth. Your teeth will rot if you just drink soda continuously, or anything in that fact. I could always use some water. First time trying these bad boys, and Vegemite is a delicacy to Australia, and I hope one day I'll go to Australia. It's the one place I have never been to that I hope one day I will. And we got Marmite of Great Britain. London I have been to. Just London though, only for maybe a day or two, not too long. It was just one of those quick stops. But I have been there, and it was very nice. That was also over 10 years ago. So I'm sure a lot has changed since, and I hope one day I can also return to over there and maybe explore more parts of that area. Anyways, I think I'm going to start off with Vegemite here. And in case you don't know what these are yeast extract. And I've never had it before. This Vegemite's been proudly made in Australia since 1923, and they also have merch that you can check out. They have a QR code on the side of the bottle here, or jar, I should say. Now, I guess this is imported from Australia, and there's one store here where I live called World's Market, and they have all sorts of different things from countries, essentially, and Vegemite's one of them. And surprisingly, when I went to grab the Vegemite off the shelf, there was already a couple of them pulled from the shelf. It was the weekend, so people where I live are eating this, surely. I'm a little nervous, but also, food is food, and I like food. I've always been open to eating food. It's been recommended to eat Vegemite and Marmite on a toast with butter. And so that's what I've done, is I have prepared toast with butter on it. But first, we're just going to open these jars. We're going to have a little nibble of each of these and go from there. I heard the smell may be pungent, maybe different, maybe going bleh. It's only one way to find out, really. This is exciting. And there it is. It's definitely not what I thought it would be. It's very, just, I don't know how I can show on the camera. Very smooth, like, interesting. I guess it's like paste or something. Whoa. Okay, the smell was not what I wanted it to be. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think I'm gonna have a hard time swallowing this one. I don't know how to describe the smell here. It is unique. It smells like a burnt tire. I'm just trying to find something I can relate it to, but I can't. Maybe like old beer in a corner has been left out for a month. Alright, well, I got a knife. I'm going to try it out at least. Have a little bit of nibble. A little, just a little. Ooh-wee, it is definitely pasty-like. It is not like peanut butter, but a little more pastier than peanut butter. I don't know how to describe it. All right, just gonna try it, I guess. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Mm. 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 Whoa. I had to drink some water there. Okay, I'm totally open, and I was trying to be okay with it, but at first, when it hit my tongue, it felt like nothing but just like saltiness, sodium, like just hitting me in the tongue. Oh gosh. I wonder how it's gonna go in toast. I'm glad I brought this Coke because this Coke is sweet. Well, that doesn't taste so sweet. it I can still sense it in my mouth. Yeah, that Coke, this Coke covers a world of hurt right now. Why? Why? We're going to get into the history of both Vegemite and Marmite after we try this. Now I have read that Marmite is sweeter, and people prefer Marmite from like Reddit threads and stuff like that. Yes, I have done a little bit of reviewing, and some people like it, some people don't. It feels like it just left a burnt tire mark in my mouth, and it's still there. Like, just if you see a tire mark on the road, that's my tongue right now. Is that tire mark is right there. Anyway, we're gonna try Marmite. Oh, this jar's heavier or harder to open. Same smooth quality to it. The smell is not as pungent. It might be more tolerable, and I've heard that Marmite is a little more tolerable. In case you didn't know, it is rich in B vitamins, and it's also vegan. In case you didn't know, yeast extract is vegan. And I really need to clear up this knife here real quick before I even decide to grab some more. I don't know how to really clean this knife up. I didn't have any napkins. I guess I'll just lick it off. Oh, yeah. I'm hoping it'll taste better on toast. And when food ingredients mix together, it brings a different experience than just eating it raw out of the jar. And I'm pretty sure no one's eating this out of the jar. And I think that's the situation going on here, is that I'm doing something that most normal people don't, and they're probably trying it on other things. But it's okay. I'm about to try it on other things. All right. Whoa. This is a little more sticky. This is not pasty. This is more sticky. Okay. This is like a syrupy, sticky situation going on here. So I can still feel the Vegemite tire mark on one side of my mouth. So I'm gonna put this on the other side of my mouth and see if it does the same thing to me. Whoa. Ooh. No. I don't know how people taste the difference between the two. Well. Ooh. I'm gonna bring in the water for this one. Okay, so it's got almost the same taste, except the syrupy is definitely more syrupy. Like it's not pasty. The syrupy kind of goes away a little quicker. I'm able to swish that around with my saliva more to get rid of the taste. Comparing to the paste, which is what this is, Vegemite, it just kind of stays. Kind of hard to get rid of. It is very interesting, though. I don't know, like, this is syrupy, but it doesn't look syrupy until you get into it. Granted, I'm eating foods that so many people have had, and if anyone has already had these two and are used to it and probably eat it daily, most likely laughing at me. Wow, I need Coke for that one too, just to get rid of that. Now, from what I've learned, people don't go heavy. People do not go heavy on yeast extract, and I tried not to go heavy on these. It was just a little itty bitty bit on top of the butter knife going on here. All right. So we should go ahead and just try this out on toast, right? I already have it all buttered up. Nice organic toast going on here. I don't know what ratio to put onto one of these butters. Look how nice this little toast is too. It's a little adorable. I think I toasted it fairly well, and it got buttered up. And we're just gonna grab a little. I don't know what little is. We're gonna spread as much as we can on this toast. Oh, that was the cook speaking. Now, thankfully, the syrup kind of helps spread a little bit on the Marmite. Yeah. As everything else is collapsing on me. Except the Marmite, it spreads. But I want to spread it more. But when you get it on there, it's already hard to just keep it going. I don't know. I mean, I kind of got a lot of it in the middle of it. And I'm trying my best. Who knows? Maybe the butter will cover a world of hurt. If anyone has ever had this, let me know. Oh, I want opinions. We're just going to spread a little bit more on the sides here, because the first bite will be through the side. I'm not going to really... I don't know how big of a bite I'm going to have, honestly. Alright, I think this is good. I just want to at least try it on something different. And I'm going to try my best to wipe this knife as much as I can to get rid of the Marmite, so the Vegemite has a fair competition. Now, in regards to it going against each other, honestly, I would have to get used to both products before I can really truly tell you which is better than what, because both of them have the same, almost the same. I say almost the same taste quality. All right. Now that's better. Now we're talking. That's a whole lot better. Bread and butter covers a world of hurt. Okay, wow. Okay, so you're really getting... Now that I've had it with butter and bread, it's... You're doing it for the yeast. There's a taste to yeast. And that's what it is. When you spread it out like this on bread, this makes more sense now. It's just more like a yeast bread. I'm going to have another bite. This is a lot better than how I had it in a jar. Maybe I can tell the difference between the two on the bread. Maybe not. Who knows? But a lot better. Oh. I can appreciate this more now. Now, you kind of have to be the kind of person to like beer to enjoy this. Like, beer is made out of yeast, right? Or yeast plays a part of it, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't drink beer. Not as much anyways. I couldn't tell you. I feel a whole lot better just eating it off this toast now. I could eat this whole sandwich, but I'm gonna at least eat the other half on the Vegemite going on here. First, we're gonna do a little palate cleanse, though. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. I could eat that. If someone gave it to me, and I had not known what it was, I would eat it all. I would definitely be able to eat it all. Now, there are proper Vegemite and Marmite sandwiches as well with the actual proper ingredients, but I was just too lazy to assort all that together. And, I mean, bread and butter really does its justice too. Golly, I'm so glad I brought this Coke. It helps cleanse the palate from the taste of yeast extract. Alright. I hear everyone. We're going to try Vegemite. We're going to see if this is better or worse. On the same bread. Well, from the same loaf, but this is pasty. It doesn't like, you kind of, I have to figure out the ratio of how much to put on here because I don't know how much it's going to spread. I guess we're going to find out the hard way. Again, a little bit at a time. I'm not trying to overdo it, overkill it, just a little bit. Though this might be spreading a little bit better. I'm sorry for the ASMR of me spreading yeast extract on bread, but this is definitely this is, I would argue, more spreadable than Marmite. So Vegemite gets brownie points for that, especially for how wet this bread had already become from the butter. Now I'm gonna need some more because I want to be able to have a good perfect ratio between the two breads of how much Marmite and Vegemite I've used on both. Yeah. There we go. I think this is plenty. Never thought I'd be excited to try food that, I don't know, just gonna have straight out of a jar. There we go. Now it's spread. Now we're talking. I want to get as even as possible. Now, this could very much taste almost the same, and both products are just equally yeast extract. And I just want to get to the bottom of like the delicacy of people having cravings for it. I want to know if it like reminds them of drinking beer. I want to know if it like what's the sense of it. All right, I think that's good enough. All right, cheers. Oh, it's more pungent. I don't know if it's because the paste doesn't sink into the bread and butter like Marmite does, or if Marmite is sweeter like people say it is. That makes it more tolerable. Now I say tolerable because it's such a distinct taste that you have to learn to appreciate in order to know what you really want between the two brands. I think it's at this point, if you really like yeast extract and you're addicted to it, Vegemite's the way to go. But if you were to give me this sandwich, well, toast, blindfolded, I'd still eat it, but I'd be like, one and done kind of situation. The Marmite one, I'd probably be able to eat more. I don't know why I was trying to root for the Vegemite more, but I promise I put both equally in both breads. Sorry if I'm talking with my mouth full. You get what you get. No, this is something. Right, 2 bites from both. Mm-mm-mm. And I tried. I want to do something stupid with them, right? Like, one of my ideas was to use Vegemite or Marmite as marinade for a steak, but I learned that after doing some research, people have already done that. That it's an actual recipe. Now, I don't know how much of an actual recipe it is, or if it's just people have already beat me to the punch and used it on steak, or maybe it's already been something that's already been used over the years. But, you know, but I also should have known, because this is new to me, but it's not new to Australians and British people. We're gonna drink a cherry Coke after that. You know, push this to the side. All right. So, I think in this scenario, at this current moment, I'm going to recommend Marmite if you're going to choose between 2 products. Just because Vegemite is stronger. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it depends if you like the taste or not. So we're going to close this bad boy up. Now, my whole problem is I bought a jar. I gotta eat it all. I gotta use this. I gotta figure out what to do with that. Not just 1 jar. I got 2 jars. What's interesting is that, does it tell me how many ounces I've used? Oh. I don't know what 250 GE is, but this is what that is. And 220 on this one. Obviously, this is a little bigger than this one, but eh. Alright, well, I think what I'm going to try to do, because I'm just trying to, cook food at home and whatnot, I'm going to try to find different recipes that includes both of these brands right here. I think that's the best way to get rid of these 2 off my pantry. And I don't know how long they last. I'm assuming they last for a while. I don't know if they need to be refrigerated after I've just opened both of them. 31 servings per container. But it's not bad. It's only 20 calories per serving. Wow. This is serving pack 44, calories 9. Serving size 5 grams. Okay, well. Whatever. We're just going to set that to the side. And we are going to look up the history of both Vegemite and Marmite and just figure out why. Who invented this? Why they invented this? What invented this? And so on and so forth. Oh, Snapples. My laptop is not charging. So we gotta figure out why it's not charging. Because it's unplugged, silly. Let me go ahead and plug it up. I've ever done this during a podcast episode. Never had to plug in my laptop during a podcast episode. There's many firsts going on in this episode. There we go. Yes, I do record from my laptop in case you didn't know already. It's just easier that way. Alright, we're going to look at Vegemite first. Just because I have this one pulled up. Alright, Vegemite's history began in 1923 when industrial chemist Cyril Kellister created the yeast extract spread from the Fred Walker Company to compete with British Marmite. Alright. Initially unpopular and rebranded as Parwill Its popularity grew significantly during World War II when it was supplied to Australian soldiers, making it a patriotic and desired item back home. The spread's status as an Australian icon was cemented through iconic marketing campaigns such as the Happy Little Vegemite song. There's a song? And its integration into the national diet. Huh. So initially it was not popular. And I can't blame them. Until they kind of forced it upon World War II soldiers. And I mean, why not? I mean, I would take anything if that was me back in that time. Wow. So Marmite came first, huh? Let's see. Marmite. Marmite was invented in 1902 by the Marmite Food Company after German scientist Justus von Liebig, I don't know, discovered that the leftover yeast from beer brewing could be concentrated into a savory food product. The brand was named after the French word for a marmite, or a type of earthenware pot, which was the original packaging for the product. It became a staple for British soldiers during World War I due to the high B vitamin content, and its popularity grew from there. Huh. Okay, so Marmite came out first in 1902, so that's a fun fact. And I knew it had, I guess, an affiliation with beer, because that's what this scientist has done, is just kind of yanked out the yeast, from leftover beer. Ew. Leftover yeast from beer brewing. That's what this man has done, and made an extract out of it. I knew there was an affiliation with beer. If you like beer and you like the taste of the yeast, and a lot of people are like, what is beer? Why is beer that way? It's yeast. It's a yeast drink. That's alcohol. The more you know. I'm going to look at Wikipedia to see if I can get any more. That's right. Any more information on this? Similar products include the Australian Vegemite, whose name is derived from that of Marmite, the Swiss Cenovis. Oh, wow. Okay. So the Swiss Cenovis, the Brazilian Cenovit, the long extinct Argentinian Canobe, the French Viandox, and the German Vitam R. Marmite in New Zealand has been manufactured since 1919 under license, but with a different recipe. It is the only one sold as Marmite in Australasia and the Pacific Islands, whereas elsewhere the British version predominates. Huh. Oh gosh. There's also a squeeze bottle for Marmite. And you just squeeze it on whatever. Now let's look at Marmite recipes here. That's what I need to figure out the most. Marmite recipes. What can we mix Marmite into? Easy Marmite pasta. Marmite pasta. Marmite on toast and crumpets. Marmite and cheese. A classic combination top Marmite spread toast or crumpets with grated cheddar cheese and grill/air fry until melted. Marmite avocado toast. Marmite soldiers, which is spread on strips of toast to dip into soft boiled eggs. Marmite and sandwiches, duh. Cooking with Marmite, yes. Boo stews and sauces, roast potatoes. Marmite macaroni cheese. Whisk a swirl of Marmite into the cheese sauce for an extra savory twist on a comfort food Whoa. Macaroni and cheese. And I might do that. Baked good and snacks. Cheesy Marmite swirls, Marmite and cheese swirls, scones, Marmite cookies, and biscuits. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, Vegemite, you two. I need to figure out what I can put on you. Mac and cheese seems like a best bet. Vegemite recipes. Vegemite on toast, cheesy Vegemite scrolls, a popular Australian snack made by swirling Vegemite and cheese into dough and baking it. Well, I guess that makes sense. Vegemite and cheese sandwich, Vegemite beef stroganoff. Ew. Vegemite can be dissolved into the juices of a beef and mushroom mixture to add depth of flavor, then mixed with cream and served over rice. Isn't stroganoff just raw meat, though? Beef stroganoff? Hold on. Let me confirm this. I believe that's what that is. It's just raw beef. No, it's not. Okay, I had it wrong. I had it way wrong. Beef stroganoff is the pasta, a pasta dish. It's got the swirl pastas with already cooked beef into slices, and it's got a specific sauce in there. Okay, I'm thinking of something else. What is that I was thinking of? It's something fancy you get. Oh gosh, it's on top of my head, but it's not. I know what it is, but I don't. Hearty beef pies. A spoonful of Vegemite gives beef fillings and extra richness and balances and to the pastry and gravy. Ugh, sweet and sticky Vegemite chicken. Ooh. An unexpected yet popular pairing of Vegemite and Asian flavors to create a unique one-pan dinner. I can see that. Rich soups and stews. Stir a small amount into rich soups or stews for an added depth of flavor. Mashed potatoes / sweet potatoes. Mix a little Vegemite into mashed potatoes. Oh, I might do that. Alright, some mac and cheese for Marmite. Mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes for Vegemite. Now, Vegemite barbecue sauces. Incorporate it into homemade barbecue sauces for a unique flavor. That I'm a little scared to. Who knows? Maybe it's good with ribs. Pesto. Add a small amount to pesto for a salty umami kick. Glazed ham. Ooh. Use Vegemite as an ingredient in a glaze for ham. I do not know how to feel about that. Okay, well. So, there you have it. That's Vegemite and Marmite for you. I don't know how I feel about it. Anyways, today is December 5th. If your birthday happens to be today of December 5th, happy birthday to you. I hope today is a fantastic day for you. You happen to share a birthday with Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. Yes. American actor and professional stock car racing driver. And what a classic TV show that is. I believe they are doing a new series of Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know if they're going to call it Malcolm in the Middle or keep it that way. Gosh, he was born in 1985, and that show came out in the 2000s. Sheesh. I'm getting old. Anyways. You also share. Here's a big birthday. You prepared? Walt Disney. Yes. He was born on December 5th of 1901 in Chicago. Pioneering figure in the field of animation. Is definitely a pioneer. Here's a fun thing to watch in your spare time if you want to. Not too many people have seen, especially people in my age group, right? Not many people know how Walt Disney, or who he is, essentially. Not many people have heard his voice. What I recommend there's a fun show, and it's on YouTube. It's called What's My Line? I've probably mentioned this before on the show. What's My Line is a very old 1950s game show, and they've ran over for more than a decade. And one of the guest stars that they had was Walt Disney. And I think that's a real fun episode. And I can't remember what episode it was that got me into watching What's My Line. It might be Walt Disney, but they have quite a few familiar names that has appeared on that show that you might recognize, that I would definitely recommend to watch. What's My Line is very fun. I'm not saying you have to watch every What's My Line episode to exist. I mean, even though it's entertaining, but at least give it a try, because for what it was back in the day, it's still entertaining today. That I see it as. Anyways, getting a little off topic there. Alright, so after this I might need a drink, and thankfully today is National Bartender Day. First Friday in December. Every first Friday of December is National Bartender Day. National Bartender Day recognizes the servers who not only know every cocktail in the book, but also tend to be some of the best listeners around. Also known as National Bartender Appreciation Day, the observance takes a day to raise a toast to the men and women working the late nights. Their minds contain an index of creative cocktails and mixed drinks to quench their patrons' thirsts. Oh, and also tip them. Tip them extra well, especially today if you plan on going out to drink. Oh, man. Today's also bathtub party day. So in case you don't feel like drinking, you can celebrate in a bathtub. Bathtub party day encourages us all to skip the ordinary shower and linger in the tub instead. On December 5th, add some suds to the tub and pamper yourself. Interesting. Well, instead of taking a shower, if you have a tub, go ahead and lay down, enjoy it. Get some bath salt or something, relax, get a candle, not a toaster. No. That you thought it, not me. And yeah, there you go. That's all the national days that I'm going to talk about, because I don't really care about too much right now. Wow. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to eat these sandwiches. I'm not really in the mood for them, and they're for a unique taste. Anyways, if you had taste both Vegemite and Marmite before, let me know. Let me know if you like it or not. Give me some recommendations. Let me know what I can do with this, other than put this in my mac and cheese and put that in my mashed potatoes, which I'm probably gonna do, just to see what happens. Yeah. Thank you for watching and seeing me eat. Thank you for liking, rating, commenting, subscribing, doing whatever you do that you do on YouTube. I will see you guys next time. But for now, go to bed.